It all began on a quiet Saturday morning. Obinna and his friends, Ebuka, Emeka, and Yuza, were playing hide-and-seek near the old train tracks at the edge of the village. The tracks were rusty, and the wagons had been abandoned for years. To the boys, it was the perfect place to play. They climbed, ran, and laughed, forgetting time and rules. While Ebuka counted loudly with his eyes closed, Obinna climbed onto a wagon and looked far into the distance. That was when he saw it. A thin line of smoke rising far away near the forest by the river. It was too far to be cooking fire. Obinna felt a cold feeling in his chest. "The coal miners again," he whispered. His father had warned him many times not to wander far or follow strange signs. Children who went too deep into the forest, his father said, sometimes never came back. His mother told stories instead of warnings. At night, when the lamps were low, she spoke of a masquerade spirit that lived deep in the forbidden forest. She said the spirit growled when it was hungry, and the sound traveled through the trees and into the village. On such days, nobody entered the bush paths. Even strong men stayed indoors. Obinna never knew which to believe, his father's fear or his mother's stories. He only knew that the forest was not a place for children. When Ebuka finished counting and the game began again, Obinna pushed the smoke out of his mind. The boys laughed and ran, unaware that the forest had already noticed them. Weeks later, Obinna and his friends, Ebuka, Emeka, and Yuza, went fruit hunting in a nearby bush. They carried small baskets and joked as they walked. The bush was familiar, and they had gone there many times before with no trouble. Sunlight passed through the leaves, and the air felt calm. Suddenly, Yuza stopped and pointed. A small bird hopped on the ground just ahead of them. Its feathers were dark, and it did not fly away when they came close. Curious, the boys followed it, laughing. Each time they moved closer, the bird hopped farther away. Soon, they forgot their baskets and followed without thinking. The trees grew thicker. The ground felt strange. When the bird finally spread its wings and flew away, the boys stopped and looked around. Nothing looked familiar. Panic filled their hearts. They tried to walk back, but every path led to the same open space. The sun was already going down. Fear grew fast. Their mothers' voices filled their heads. Evening was near, the time when stories said spirits woke up. They huddled together as darkness fell. The forest felt alive, watching them. No birds sang. No insects made sound. The boys did not sleep. They only waited. That night, far away, Obinna's father and other men searched the forest with fire lamps. They shouted the boys' names until their voices broke. Mothers cried. Fires burned through the night. But the forest gave no answer. On the third night, Obinna heard it. A low sound, deep and heavy, rolled through the trees. It felt like the ground was shaking. Ebuka grabbed Obinna's arm. "The masquerade," Emeka whispered. The air became still. Then a tall figure stepped out from the trees, covered in dark raffia. Its mask glowed faintly. Obinna remembered his mother's words. The spirit does not harm children who speak truth. With shaking legs, he stepped forward. "We are lost," he said. "We did not mean to come here. Please let us go home." There was no reply. Something struck his head. Darkness took him. When Obinna woke up, his hands were tied. Machines roared nearby. Men stood around them, men, not spirits. Their clothes were dirty, their faces hard. One laughed. "So the forest spirit has fed again," he said. Obinna understood then. The growl was not a spirit. It was machines. The stories were lies meant to scare people away. The men were illegal miners from a nearby village. Long ago, their people had fought Obinna's ancestors over this land. After peace was made, the forest became forbidden ground. Stories were spread to keep people away. Fear guarded the land better than fences. At dawn, the miners argued. One rope loosened. Obinna ran. A gunshot fired. Pain burned his arm, but he did not stop. He ran through bushes, crossed the river, and reached home before sunrise. He told everything. That night, the village men went into the forest. The machines were destroyed. The camps burned. Some miners were arrested. Others ran. When the forest spoke the truth, Ebuka, Emeka, and User were found alive. Weak, but safe. The village mourned the lies they had believed for years. From that day, the forest was no longer feared for false reasons. The people learned the truth. Sometimes, the most dangerous monsters are not spirits. They are men hiding behind fear.